Thanks, Cole. The last time there was a night game, blackout, the Swarm, I remember it was absolutely crazy. I got goosebumps, so it'll be really cool to be on the field.
Yeah, and I'll actually be a fan this time, so I'm really glad I bought season tickets because I've been seeing people are selling them for so much money.
Exactly, yeah. Well, it's crazy to think at this time last year, Iowa was 9-0 in Week 11.
I know, and while they sit at 5-4 this season, they'll now welcome 9-0 Michigan into Kinnick Stadium tomorrow night.
After a brutal beating by number 12 Penn State last weekend to Iowa, the team is ready to fight onward, and they aren't questioning anything.
Penn State's Saquon Barkley had a few words to say about the effort Iowa put in against his Nittany Lions, but head coach Kirk Ferentz believes in this life, it's all about the good, the bad, and the ups and downs.
Everybody out there, it's not like people were just giving up or anything like that, because like I said earlier, you only have 12 guaranteed opportunities to play the game, and, you're working out the entire year. So obviously no one's going to just go out there and, just give up even if you're getting beat. Because, you're going to have sometimes, when you're competing, you don't have games that don't necessarily go your way. Like Coach Ferentz says, don't let one loss beat you twice. And so we got to make sure that we learn from the mistakes, and we just dust ourselves off and get back up and get ready to go compete again.
In life you have peaks, you have valleys. We all do, individually, collectively, and that's real life. That's just the way it goes. And if you go out and compete in sports against good oppositions, you're going to experience the good and the bad.
The reaction from his team seems obvious, and that's doing whatever it takes to keep this team together.
Just keeping the team together. That's what it's all about. And the only way to do that is get everybody on the same page, everybody on the same boat, and just thrive to the end and keep pursuing our goals.
Everybody, looking ahead, looking to the next day, and not looking too far, not looking back, but just focusing on what they need to do daily. The next hour, whatever they need to do during that time.
Nobody's giving up. Everybody's out there, giving it their all, just like it was, a week ago.
And what better way than to rally your troops together than to be a 21-point underdog going into Saturday?
One thing, Coach Morgan likes to talk about, is just, that refusal to quit, refusal to give in, refusal to die kind of attitude. Just being like a rat in the street is what he always says.
Not really looking at any big picture stuff right now. It's just that we know it's a 3-game season right now, and we've got an opportunity to hopefully win all 3 of them, and that's our goal right now, and that's all we can focus on.
As we have seen all season long, Michigan has basically routed through all of their opponents, beating Rutgers 78-0, so things could get very scary very fast if Iowa can't contain.
Yeah, they start pretty well, so I was going to have to contain them.
Yep.
And Iowa's last home game against Wisconsin left a sour taste in everybody's mouth. But just like the fans, the players are ready to be back in Kinnick. But like we said, they know that a huge task lies ahead Saturday.
Obviously, they're a very, very good football team. They come in here 9-0, highly ranked, and they've earned both those things. Every win, their ranking, they've been behind one time in one game. So I think that speaks to them. I think that's as impressive as anything I see when I look at Michigan, is the fact that they've been on their game basically all season, all 9 games.
The Michigan offense is number 1 in the Big Ten, and they average about 250 yards passing and rushing every game. They sit second nationally in fewest turnovers, and they've reached the end zone 53 times this season.
They got a lot of depth. Obviously all the skill positions at tight end. Offensive line's really solid. I think they have 4 seniors on the offensive line. And the quarterback, first-year guy, he's doing a great job for him. So, they've been, for the most part, really consistent all year.
Michigan's pass game has been nothing but consistent. Quarterback Wilton Spate has found wide receiver Umaro Darbo and tight end Jake Butt 10 times this season for touchdowns. And they definitely aren't slacking in the run game either. 36 rushing touchdowns have been posted this season already. So what is their defense good at this season?
Pretty much everything. Obviously they're one of the best defenses in the country, like I think top 5 or something like that.
You got it. Michigan actually leads the nation in total defense, whether we're talking pass defense, forcing 3-and-outs or turnovers, and even scoring. They've allowed only 14 red zone appearances from their opponents this season, and a key part of that defense is Jabril Peppers, who pretty much does it all.
We're not going to run away from any certain player. Even though he's a talented player, but we're going to do us and try and get our offense going.
They're good all across the board. They have a good D line, obviously excellent linebackers led by obviously Peppers, and on the back end with Jordan Lewis playing corner, and then they have obviously all the other DBs are excellent as well. So, we're going to have to do an excellent job of, being focused and, executing on all cylinders.
You never really know what you're going to get with Michigan, so the Hawks have definitely got their work cut out for them tomorrow.
Oh, definitely. Well, there's two players for Iowa who know Michigan Week pretty well, and that's LaShawn Daniels Jr. and his brother James Daniels. Their dad played for Ohio State, so they are quite familiar to why this is such a big game.
Obviously, it was a big week. I mean, especially being from Ohio. I mean, no one really likes Michigan at all. I mean, the team from up north is what they call in Ohio. So, it's always growing up, being little, being a Buckeye fan when I, watched way back then. Obviously, it's always a big week. I mean, it was always a big game. It was always, pretty important implications, whenever that game came.
Now, Iowa is one game away from being bowl eligible, and how crazy would that be if that was an upset against Michigan?
Like I said in the paper today, crazier things have happened in the last 2 weeks. Well, the game is on prime time. Kirk Herbstreit, Chris Fowler, and Sam Ponder will be on the call, 7:12 on ABC. Women's basketball, men's basketball, and cross country are all here in Iowa City. So come back here, meet us here on Monday for all those recaps. Cole, back to you.